I'm really excited today to show you our ESL program. I'm going to start with one lesson. We're going to go to lesson 18 and we're going to go to our Learn section. In the Learn section, you're going to learn new material. So today we're learning about correlating conjunctions using either or, neither nor, not only, but also, both, and. These are really, really useful for the TOEFL test. When you're writing or when you're speaking and you want to explain a reason, it's great to say school uniforms are important not only because A, but also because of B. And you can use two reasons in one sentence. So we're going to learn about those. Either you do my homework or you do dishes. That's showing a choice. He wants neither breakfast nor dinner, showing exclusion. Not breakfast, not dinner. The car has not only a bad engine, but also a strange smell. It's not just one thing, but also another thing. And these are really simple examples, but I want to go through these and teach you how to use them. Then we talk about subject and verb agreement. So when you say neither my friends nor my sister, do we use want or do we want to use wants? This is a hard example because we don't know if it's singular or plural. In this case, we use the noun that's close to the verb. So sister is a singular noun. We need to use a singular verb. And that can be a tricky thing. Again, we're learning just the basics. Later, we're going to go to our practice section. And in our practice section, we're going to try it together. We're going to build sentences together. So let's go down here. We'll look at one example. Both diet and exercise are important, but scientists say that eating habits and exercise habits don't explain why some overweight people gain weight more quickly than others. We have a complex sentence. We use both. A and B are important. Two things are important. And we got a lot of information in one sentence. But we can improve the sentence even more. So I explain here how to do that. Let's take a closer look. On your own paper, you're going to practice using the sentence. Here we have the original sentence. We find that we have two things, eating habits and exercise habits. This is a great opportunity to use one of the correlating conjunctions that we learned about today. So we can do neither eating nor exercise habits. And we have to remember that the verb matches the closest noun, which is plural, so we need a plural verb. And when you look at the sentence now, it's a much better sentence. The style is excellent. It helps us put a lot of information into one sentence in a really clear way that's going to help improve your TOEFL score. Because of course, when you're taking the TOEFL, you have a short amount of time, but you want to share a lot of information, and you want to share it in a sophisticated way. After we've practiced together, I'll ask you to answer a practice problem. And after you've learned it, and you've practiced it, this skill will be really comfortable, I think. So take about 1 minute right now to try this question and find the correct answer. You'll notice that A is the correct answer. Teachers is the noun that's closest to the verb. So it's a plural noun, we need a plural verb. You'll try another practice problem. We'll look at a video. So watch a little bit of the video. You'll notice grammar from the lesson, and I've chosen a video that's going to show you how native speakers use this skill.
I got that right, but
Crowds at a recent air show in Wisconsin saw vehicles that can be both driven and flown.
I grew up down in the Amazon jungle in South.
One of the great things about these videos is you can hear native speakers with all different voices. You know, this guy's not a professional. He's just a regular guy with different accents, different kinds of speaking. And I've chosen videos that I think will really help you develop your skills. Then you'll look at an article. And similarly, the article uses the skills that we practiced today. This one's about Michael Jackson. You're going to see both and, not only, but also. You can't develop your skills if you don't listen to real native speakers and read real native speakers. As a teacher, I've seen that that's the most important activity that you can do to boost your skills. Let's go back. We're going to go to our Create section. And in our Create section, you're going to create your own work. So you'll try some speaking skills. Neither the mayor nor the governor was aware of the size of recent protests. Did you notice I paused here and I paused here? And this is where I show you some great skills that you can use in the speaking portion of the TOEFL test. To use your skills, I'm going to ask you to look at this kind of funny, strange picture and try to make those pauses the same way that I did. You can listen to my voice, try it yourself, and then when you're ready, record your voice here. Send it to me. We do reviews, so I can listen to your voice and I'll send you an email with my advice. And I can tell you if you're doing well or if we need to work on that skill a little bit more. Later, you're going to watch a video, and this is when you're going to write. So you're going to use all of those skills that we learned today to do a paragraph, and it's very much like a TOEFL paragraph. So let me look at a paragraph example with you. I got this paragraph from a student. It was an excellent paragraph. It had some mistakes, of course. And when I emailed the student, I wanted to share some suggestions. So I found 2 sentences in the paragraph that use correlating conjunctions. We had not only learn different strategies, but they also get good experience. Not only beneficial for people, but this competition also entertains people. So I checked the subjects, I checked the verbs, and I want to offer some advice. In these sentences, we have a couple small problems. You'll notice that the sentence parts don't match, and it's something that we practiced in the lesson. When we use not only, here we have a verb. But here we have a subject and a verb. So it should be matching. To fix these sentences, we can work on them a little bit. So I'll say also, sumo wrestlers are belong. Here we have a problem. We have 2 verbs, so we can take that out. Belong to a sumo club to not only learn different strategies, but also get good experience. We don't need a subject they, because we already have a subject up here, sumo wrestlers. In the next sentence, we have a similar problem. In my view, watching this sport is not only beneficial, so we used an adjective, for people to get familiar with different traditions, but we have a subject and we have a verb, and that's a little bit different. So instead, we want to match with another adjective. We say, but also entertaining. And then, of course, we can move the parts around. It depends on you. This is a time to work on your style of writing. This student shared tons of information using correlating conjunctions. I get a lot of paragraphs that are really simple. Like a student says, it's beneficial for people, period. It's also entertaining, period. And those are simple sentences. They're correct, but they don't show an advanced level of skill. And they don't help you pack a lot of information into one sentence. The last part of our lesson is 100% review. And in this section, we do quick, fun activities to help you boost your skills. So we might listen to a song here. I'll play the song, and I'm going to ask you if you can hear those correlating conjunctions, like not only, but also, neither, nor. You can play the song here, and it's also a listening challenge because I'm going to ask you to see if you can hear the words from the song. I pick really difficult ones to help students studying for the TOEFL because it's at an advanced level. We also might have another listening challenge over here. So you're going to hear a recording that I made, and I'm going to ask you to try to write the exact sentence that you hear. So let's try it.
One of the best places to get a good view of the city is the museum at the top of the hill. One more time. One of the best places to get a good view of the city is the museum at the top of the hill.
So in this recording, I use skills that we practiced in lesson 13, in lesson 15, and we keep using those skills. After we learn them, we don't forget them. So later when you're studying lesson 22 in our 100% review section, you're going to see something like another song. And when you listen to this song, it's going to help you remember how to use correlating conjunctions. You might also do a caption contest. So I'm going to ask you to write a sentence based on a picture and use one correlating conjunction. That way you can always keep using the same skills and get comfortable using those skills because your grammar level is probably very high, but your comfort level may not be very high. So you're looking in lesson 23. You have an example. My mother, who lives in Arizona, is a teacher. She's also a school superintendent. In lesson 23, we're learning how to add commas to adjective clauses. So here we need a comma. My mother, who lives in Arizona, is a teacher. And we're also practicing speaking, so we know that when we have a comma here, we pause. This is one of the hardest skills that students always ask me about. Do I need a comma here or not? In this case, we need a comma because when we take it out, the meaning is still clear. This adjective clause is just extra information, so we had a comma here and a comma here. But here we have two simple sentences. My mother's a teacher. She's also a school superintendent. It's a great opportunity to use a correlating conjunction. So we could say is not only a teacher, but also a school superintendent. And we're using the same skills that we talked about. We have a noun here, not only noun, but also a noun. And so those parts are matching. So we strengthened our sentence using skills that we learned a long time ago in lesson 18. I know that our lessons are going to really help you boost your TOEFL score. We have a lot of students who have taken the TOEFL test, and we created a program for them. It helps you with your speaking, your writing, your reading, and your listening. And it's about developing your skills over time and becoming comfortable with all of those skills. So good luck with it, enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon.